It's a little bit disappointing because it's like one of those all-round stores where you can get everything.
It's very sad. It's a national institution.
It doesn't really affect me because I've just shopped there a couple of times, but I know some people are complaining about it because they really like it there.
I think it's a real shame. It's a sort of an institution in this country, and it's a shame that people haven't been able to support it, really.
Sad, actually. I went to Woolies when I was a kid. I went out with my granny, actually in New York. Yeah, it is very sad because there was always a place you could go.
Doesn't really bother me. I haven't shopped in Woolworths for probably about 15 years. They just don't sell things that I'd be interested in buying.
Bit sad because it's been there so many years, I suppose, and it's just been a part of our high streets and we've been used to it being there. It's the sort of place you could go for emergency items and it was local.
I feel very disappointed and sad. It's been a long-standing institution.
I have no kind of nostalgia for Woolworths, really, and I think if Woolworths collapses, then it just leaves the market open for someone else. I don't purchase anything from Woolworths, so I have no interest in it at all.
I'd go there for certain things. So if there'd be certain toys or it had helium balloons you could blow up for birthdays. You know, they had certain things that were quite good, but it wasn't a whole shop, so you didn't bother with the rest of it.
I think it's just a shame that it's come to this.
They're not a niche market. There's nothing specific that Woolworths do that you can't get somewhere else.
It's not an inviting store anymore.
I think they got debt or something, that's what I heard.
When you went into a Woolies, I mean, the service was diabolical. The minute you hit the cashiers, it was like, whoa!
They hadn't really woken up to what we want to do when we go shopping.
It's because it tries to pitch itself to many different markets and it hasn't really got something that appeals to one particular group of people, I don't know.
I think people are probably more hard up, and as well sometimes with the big superstores it's probably taken away a lot of Woolies' business.
They haven't had the foresight to save or change their market to adapt to the current environment.
You know, they've got an interesting advert on the television with a dog and a sheep, but doesn't really market themselves specifically to appeal to anybody.
Obviously, lack of money at the end of the day. It probably got to the stage where the competition was too great for it because it didn't know what it was selling. So it's a bit like WH Smith's and all these other big shops. They've got lots and lots of stuff in them, but you're not quite sure if you want any of it.
All its profits come in the sort of 2 months leading up to Christmas, and so it clearly doesn't have the market appeal for people outside the high season for presents and so on.
You have the likes of Lidl's and Aldi's now, you have the Pound Shop. I mean, those are the kind of places that in many years ago Woolies would have taken the place of.